So if a man is in a position where he is generally out of touch with himself when he is around others, this is going to mean that he will be out of touch with his needs, his feelings, his preferences, his wants, and so his true self. And this will therefore mean that he will be out of touch with his body, because his true self will be found in his body, not his head. And so when he is around others, his attention will primarily be in his head, and he will be focused on what is going on externally. And this can be something that automatically takes place. So it then won't be that when he is around others he will consciously choose to focus on them and to behave how they want him to behave, or how he thinks they want him to behave. This will just take place. And through playing this role of being needless and selfless and being there for others, it is going to mean that who he is being abandoned. And so his true self won't receive the nutrients that it needs to feel alive and to feel whole and full, because of course he will be an interdependent human being. He won't be his own island. He will need to receive the right nutrients from others. But although his true self won't receive what it needs to receive, he can still wear a mask, and he can create the impression that everything is okay and that he is fine, so that he is not suffering due to what is going on. But behind the facade he may present to the world is likely to be someone who is not in a good way. And so when he is in his own company, he could feel down and depressed, but that doesn't mean he will realize why this is. But he could do what he can to cover up how he feels and to continue to behave in the same way. And if he was to get to the point where he was able to see why he is not in a good way, he can find that it is because he doesn't feel comfortable expressing who he is. And if he was to look into why this is, he could believe that if he was to express who he is around others, so to express how he really feels and what his needs really are, and he could fear that he will be rejected and abandoned. And so it will be as though his life will come to an end. So he is then going to suffer, but he won't be able to tell anyone about what is going on. And it can be as though he is in a prison, but it will be a prison that other people can't see. So according to others, he will have the ability to freely express himself. But because of what is taking place within him, it will be as though he doesn't have this ability, and if he does express himself, he will be cast aside, ostracized, and his life will come to an end. And the reason why he can be this way is due to what took place very early on. So during his early years, his mother may have used him to meet some of her adult and unmet childhood needs. And this would have caused him to believe that there was something wrong with his true self, with his needs, with his feelings, so he had to lose touch with them. And again, this would have taken place, just like with how he behaves, this would have taken place automatically. And if he did express what was going on for him, he may have been disapproved of, punished, and or abandoned. And so it simply would not have been safe for him to be real, to express who he is. And so although many years will have passed, he will still believe deep down that if he does express himself, his life will come to an end. And so this is likely to show that he will carry a lot of trauma, a lot of emotional pain that needs to be resolved, because even though he can believe that it is not safe for him to open up, this is not the truth. Because he doesn't deserve to suffer in silence. He doesn't deserve to live a miserable existence. He deserves to be supported. But if he doesn't reach out and take this first step, his life is not going to change. In fact, it will probably get even worse. And there could come a point in time when he will have some kind of breakdown and will no longer be able to continue. because he will have been neglecting himself for so long. So if you're a man and you can see that you don't feel comfortable expressing who you are, and you are suffering in silence, then please reach out for support, because you deserve to be on this planet. You deserve to be here as much as anyone else. And you deserve to live a great life and to freely express yourself. So please reach out for the support that you need to gradually change your life.